I love a soup, I do. Something about it, you know, makes me feel at home, safe. Nice vegetable soup, or a lentil one. Especially in the winter, it gives you that cosy feeling, you know? Well, Valentine's Day. It's just I felt so damn angry that he's with somebody else, you know? And I was thinking, not about him with somebody else, because that doesn't bother me at all. Don't be thinking it does, because it doesn't. She's welcome to him if you ask me. She's welcome to him, I'm telling you.
Here we go again. She just goes on and on and on and on. Sometimes I wish there was a volume button at the TV remote. Or a mute button. That'd be even better. Click. And no more noise. Shut her up in a second. Turn her off. Yeah, that'd be great. What an easy life I'd have then.
It's just the thought that he's with somebody else and I'm the one that knows how he works. Oh yeah, I certainly do. Be all money, my money, and all show, fancy flowers, restaurants. So I was thinking, if I could just stalk him on Valentine's Day, see if he really was with somebody, spending money, my money, when he is me in this horrendous financial situation. But not stalk him in a bad way though, like, you know, just follow him around a little bit. Then I thought, what would I do if I saw him with somebody else anyway? Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I'd stand there like an idiot, walk away, hide. It's just that I had all these thoughts, you know? I don't know, I suppose they're natural feelings. Do you know what I mean? Of course you do. They're natural feelings that anybody would get on Valentine's Day.
She just couldn't let go. In her own way, pulling me back. Every time. Toying with me. That's what I say. You know what these women are like.
Sometimes the wrong just felt right. I don't know. I can only tell you what it feels like.
I felt like I couldn't breathe. It's like I was suffocating.
People perceive my husband.
Ex-husband.
Well, people perceive my husband, my ex-husband, as this nice, quiet man. People who don't know him, well, they think he's this nice, quiet family man. Can you believe it? My son, do you know what he says? Well, what he always says is, either he'll turn round and get me, or I'll turn round and get him. I think he might be right, you know. I think he might be right.
I suppose it's the old saying. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors.
They say what a wonderful man he is. What a wonderful family man. Can you believe it? Can you bloody well believe it?
It was only her. I only ever lost it with her. She'd push and just left me with no damn choice. You know what I mean? She knew what she was doing. Don't let anyone tell you any different. And it takes two, you know? Anyone who tells you different, they don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know the real man. They don't know what I've had to put up with all these years. I'll never be the same again, ever. I bought a plant in town for my daughter today. It's a nice smell. It smells important, you know.
She destroyed everything. Me. Us, the family. Everything I had worked for all our lives, and everyone thinks she's the victim.
No one will ever love you like I love you. That's what he used to say to me. Well, let me tell you, I never want to be loved like that ever again. It's not love. It's control. You know, he's hoping that he can just keep chipping away and I'll give in and I'll take him back. People say you shouldn't look back. But I'm human and you do look back. And sometimes I wish I still had the happy times.
I wonder sometimes whether there were ever any happy times.
I have to look forward, but something keeps pulling me back. He just keeps chipping away. You know, it's the same story every time. We're fine for a while, then he gets himself into trouble, he starts drinking. Well, he goes into prison to dry out. He gets his food and a place to kip. Do you know, he's been in and out of prison more times than I can even remember. Might as well move in there. I'm sure he's got a cell with his name written on it, ready, waiting for him, like. You know, I know I shouldn't have stayed with him. I don't need you or anybody else to tell me that. But, well, the truth is I loved him.
Just nipping, you know, away at my head all the time, you know, not enough money for this, we need that, you drink too much, do this, do that. She just kept nipping away. Nothing was good enough. The drink was the only way to get her to shut the fuck up, you know, block her out, this constant fucking whining. Poor me. No one knows how hard it is for me. No one knows how hard my life is with you. No one knows what you're really like. I don't know why I stay. Fuck, I don't know either, you stupid bitch. Well, there's the fucking door. That's what I say. Who the fuck's stopping you? And people think I wouldn't let her leave. Fuck, I'd have packed her bags and carried them to the damn taxi. I wasn't stopping her. No way.
I was going to see a psychiatrist. You know, the counsellor said it would help me make sense of things.
She's mental. She is.
Not because I'm mental. Well, you understand. But to offload, there's the stigma, like, you know? People think I'm crazy, and I'm not. But that's what he tells people, that I'm crazy, and I'm not.
Crazy fucking bitch.
He'd always criticise me. My family, my friends. And then he started on the kids. I wasn't having any of that. No way. You know, there's boundaries, like, you don't cross them. He controlled everything. All the money. He even tried to stop me seeing my friends. Well, soon they just stopped coming. I know you wouldn't think it now, but, well, in the beginning, when we got married, like, well, we were
So much in love.
happy. I just wanted to spend the rest of my life with this man. I thought I'd die if I wasn't with him. And there was no aggression in him, honest. Placid he was, really placid. And well, we were
Happy.
so much in love.
Oh well, I'm not happy now.
I'm not sure I ever was.
Right, well, I block a lot. And this helps with that quite a bit. Cheers. She liked suffering.
My scars are healing. Well, that's what they tell me anyway.
I was always trying to push these feelings away. I really did want to try and make sense out of it.
I was always blaming myself, you know. There was no remorse from him. At the centre I went to, they just said, leave him. Leave him, leave everything, leave him, start again.
Like it was that easy.
I took my husband back because I loved him. You know, at the centre they said that once the physical abuse starts, it never stops. And I suppose they know what they're talking about, but at the time, well, you don't think it's going to happen to you. You know? Well, you believe that. You have to believe it. You need to believe it.
Things always came up again and again. You know, the same stuff over and over and over like a stuck bloody record. That was her. A stuck bloody record. Going on and fucking on in my head.
Do you know, I go back to him. But then I get so damn angry about everything that he'd said and done to me. Well, then the arguments would start and the fighting. More arguing, more fighting. Well, you know the rest, don't you? You don't need me to spell it out for you.
Years down the line, she'd come up, start mouthing off about something like it just happened yesterday. Crazy fucking bitch. Look, I really tried to just block it out. It was so damn hard. What was I supposed to do? You tell me. What the fuck would you have done in my position? Just one slap, I thought. Just one goddamn slap. And she will shut the fuck up. But the crazy bitch just moaned and complained even more, so I had to hit her again. I had to.
That was the first time. He punched me in the face. And while he was still going at me, he picked up the phone to my father, saying,
I'm gonna kill your daughter. Listen to this. I'm gonna fucking headbutt her. Of course I wasn't gonna do it. I just wanted to scare her. Scare her enough so she'd shut up.
there he was with the phone in his hand, screaming at my father the whole time.
But before I knew it, I'd headbutted her and then I couldn't stop. I wanted to. But when I hit her, she started screaming and crying, and the noise just got to me.
The assault started. Headbutted me in the face. There was blood everywhere. And the worst part of all, my son was stood on the stairs listening.
I thought if I just hit her enough so she'd shut up, then I'd stop. But when it was happening, it was like it wasn't me, you know? You're not yourself. I just snap, and I don't know that guy. One who does that. I guess I just don't know my own strength.
I was screaming and crying, and it just seemed to make him worse, you know? So I stopped. I kept thinking about my father on the other end of the phone, and I just thought, he's old and this will kill him and it'll be all my fault. So I just went quiet. Really quiet.
She just sat there on the floor, whimpering like an animal. made me sick. I had to get out of there. When I turned round, I saw my son standing there in the doorway watching.
When he saw my son, I thought he was going to turn on him, hit him like... He never did hit the kids, mind. He never ever did that.
You little coward. You're not even big enough to protect your mother. Just stand there, crying like a baby. Well, get used to it, son. This is real life. Huh? This is what married life is all about. Hmm?
I tried to smile at my son, I tried to let him know that everything was alright, but he knew things weren't alright, he's a smart boy. He just stared at me with these big eyes, all thoughtful like.
Is Daddy a bad man? He asked her. And she's sitting there with this messed up face and blood all over her. It was comical. Yeah? Fucking comical.
When children come along, you shouldn't stay with them, They start suffering. When mum's suffering, they're suffering.
She tried to turn the children against me. Subtle, like.
He took everything back in my face. Everything I did, everything I said. He made me feel like I was inadequate and stupid.
She'd throw it all back at me, tell me I was a bad husband, I was a bad father, how people out there didn't know what a loser I was. But she was going to tell them.
He said I wasn't capable of having children, bringing them up. He said that I was an unfit mother.
She made me feel as though I wasn't anything. It's worthless. But I still loved
him.
And I still wanted to be with him.
Love is blind.
Love hurts. More ways than one.
He said he loved me. In the end it just got violent and nasty, I had to be so careful what I said. I had to be so careful what I said to him because he'd take it the wrong way. It's difficult when he's been drinking because, well, you don't know what he's absorbing. I wouldn't forget. He would. You can't let somebody do those things to you. You can't. I wouldn't wish what I got on anyone. And I wouldn't give it to anybody else either. Got no regrets. But I need to leave it now. I've had enough.
I have my regrets. But I just want it all to end now. I've had enough.
No, Daddy's not a bad man. That's what I told my son. He's just confused.
Confused? I'm confused, am I?
I can't lie, can I? The truth is, 3 days after the attack, I go back to him. Well, I know what you must be thinking, but... Well, I only went back to him because I felt sorry for him, like. And I kept thinking, well, how can this man that I love so much turn into this monster? And was my fault, you know, something that I could have done or should have done. Something that I could fix.
All my life, people thinking they could fix me. Well, except for the ones that fucking broke me. Went to counselling, anger management, courses. Well, the courts made me do that one. Marriage guidance, Alcoholics Anonymous, every type of fucking counselling and therapy you can imagine. I don't know, I know I'm angry. I know the drink helps. At first, anyway. Christ, I know I don't want to be like this. I know that I loved her. The truth is, I still do.
I like touching and feeling things. And I thought if I stay here, you know, if I stay here in these four walls and I don't go out anywhere, well, he's won, hasn't he? He's got what he wanted. You know, I feel like a kite. Only the wind's dropped and I can't get up there. Or like a ball with all his air punctured out.
Thing is, I couldn't bear to see her hurting. Can you believe it? I couldn't stand to think I had done those things to her. In therapy, they say the abuser tries to justify his behaviour with excuses like, my parents never loved me, or my parents beat me, or I had a bad day at work, or I went mad when I saw the mess, or there was nothing else I could do. Fuck, I wish that were true. You know, I wish it were that fucking easy. Someone just pushes your buttons. And in your head, imagine slapping her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We all do it. Just imagine it like. But you don't think you ever would. And then one day you don't mean to. You really don't mean to. You suddenly slap them. And it's just easier to keep slapping. Slapping, kicking and punching, and slapping, kicking, punching, and slapping, and kicking, and punching, and slapping, and kicking. And it's just easier than stopping and thinking about what you're doing. You just stop thinking and feel real, none of it. She knew how to push my buttons, she really did.
Push your buttons? Knew how to push your buttons, did I? Listen, if you really had buttons I could push, I'd be pushing eject, go to hell, not hit me.
See what I mean? On and on like a stuck bloody record.
I just wanted him to stop the drinking. No, I would have done anything to have him stop the drinking. So one day I said to him, Paul?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, if you stop the drinking, well, I could give up something with you.
Right. What the hell are you gonna give up, huh? Breathe in.
something like tea.
Tea. Fucking tea. I'm an alcoholic. You stupid cow. You think me giving up the booze is the same as you giving up the tea?
Not exactly.
I swear, right? Sometimes I just do want to smash this stupid face, but I don't, okay? Sometimes I hold back. Now that's real control. Don't you forget that, because she does not make this easy.
But, you know, I live a cuppa and... Okay, I'll give up something harder. Like Friday night bingo.
Bingo. Friday night fucking bingo.
But that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Be like Lent, you know, when we were kids. When we were kids, we used to give up chocolate. Now there's an idea, Paul. Well, I could give up chocolate. That's brilliant. Well, it's a lot harder than bingo, and it's much more of a sacrifice, and, you know, I got a really sweet tooth, and I could give up chocolate.
And I'm thinking, sweet tooth. Sweet fucking tooth. She'll have no fucking teeth left by the time I'm finished with her if she doesn't shut the fuck up. I swear I could have killed her. Right there and then. And no jury would ever have put me away for it. They'd have let me off on compassionate grounds for being married to a lunatic. A crazy fucking lunatic.
So what do you think?
What do I think? I think I drink because I can't live without it. It gets me through the day. I break out in sweats if I don't get my drink. Is that how you feel about fucking chocolate, for Christ's sake?
No, it's not exactly.
Of course not. Of course not exactly. If you wanted to help me give up something bigger than chocolate.
And like what?
I don't know, Kerry, I don't know. Maybe something like diabetes medicine.
I can't give up that. The doctor said that all sorts of things could happen if I didn't take my medicine. I need that.
Yeah, just like I need the booze. We'd both be giving up something we need, you know? We'll be struggling together.
Helping with it.
Exactly.
Oh. I don't know.
Fine, look, fine. If it's too much to ask, just don't. I just thought that you loved me. I thought that you wanted to help me get through this, that's all.
But I do. Paul, I do love you. Look, I'd do anything to help us. Anything to help you. And we could get back on track.
Things would be like they used to be.
Yeah, well, I want that more than anything.
And the stupid cow stopped taking the medicine just like that. It was so easy. Almost too fucking easy, I'm telling you. It was like being drunk on hate. That's what I felt when I looked at her.
Well, I don't like to lie to you, and it's not that I've been lying, it's just that I haven't been always truthful. I don't know how to tell you this. Right, the thing is, I've stopped taking my medicine. about 6 months ago, I think. It's about that. I don't know. I can't remember, to tell you the truth. But I know I need the medicine. I know that, and I just thought that I could start taking it again and I'd get better, you know? I see shadows sometimes, and I thought that that meant that I could get better. They tell me now that it won't. We made a deal, we did, Paul and I. He'd stop the drinking if I stopped taking my medicine. I would have done anything to have him stop the drinking. Anything. Anything to help him. Us get back on track. He always said I was a stupid cow. I guess I proved how right he was, didn't I? I'm not stupid, you know. I'm not. I'm not crazy. I'm not. He never did stop the drinking, though.
And the stupid cow just stopped taking the medicine. Just like that. It was so easy. Almost too fucking easy, I'm telling you.
You broke me, Paul.
What are you on about now?
My sight, Paul, they tell me it's permanent.
What?
My sight, Paul, I'm not going to get it back.
And that's my fault, is it?
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Fuck you, I didn't make you stop taking your medicine, did I, you stupid cow?
You knew this was going to happen, didn't you? You knew this was going to happen. You promised me you'd stop drinking, Paul. You promised me.
You promised me, Paul. You said you'd stop drinking. Paul, well, what you can't see can't hurt you, so at least you won't have to fucking watch me drinking now, will you?
Do you know, Paul, I might not be able to see you, but I can still smell you.
Oh, yeah? You smell, bitch? Huh? Come on. Tell me what the fuck you think you smell?
You smell rotten. Evil. Fucking rotten through and through.
Shut up, Kerry. I'm fucking warning you.
Just get out, Paul. Just get out. Go. Not long after that, he got done again. I got sent to prison. I felt safe, secure, like, you know, knowing that he was locked up and he couldn't get at me. But then they let him out for good behaviour. Can you believe that? So he comes out in the July instead of November. Straight away he starts chipping away. I'm going to be honest and truthful. Well, never going to be the same again. Everything I say, everything I do, I'm jumping all the time.
It's just a matter of time. I knew she'd realise how much she needed me. I wanted to show her how much I loved her, how I would take care of her. She loves me. Of course she does. She's just playing games. I know her. I know what she wants. I know what she needs. She needs me. Of course she does, I know that, and she just needs reminding of it. Especially now, with her eyes so bad and all. You know, sometimes I think she did that deliberately. I think she meant to go blind. I don't mean that, but she wanted to suffer, you know? To be able to blame it on me, to be able to tell people it was my fault. She wanted to get them all feeling pity for her with that bastard of a husband, and to turn the children against me. That's what she really wanted. My own family wouldn't even speak to me.
Well, it's not my fault, is it? You know, I just told people how it was, and people make up their own minds, don't they?
She took everything and everyone away from me. Until she was all I had left. So how could I lose her too?
I started going to this centre. Well, there were lots of women like me, not blind like me, but women whose partners, husbands speak them like. I love that group. I love them all. You know, and the counsellors, they talk to us, you know. Talk to me about the diabetes, why I stopped taking the medicine. I didn't like that so much. He was a different man when I first met him. I didn't realise how much he used to drink. You know, he'd go out on benders, he wouldn't come back for days, weeks later. You know, when I got to know his sister, she said she sent him out for a chicken once. He didn't come back. Spent the money on booze. He always stole me. I'd never stand up to him, I'd sit there and say nothing. I'd always defend him though. He was the father of my children. I loved him to bits. I loved him to bits, and he knew that. He knew exactly what to play on. He knew that no matter how much he abused me, I still wanted to be with him. And the sex, so good. Especially after. Don't tell anybody I said that, mind. That's private, like, you know. He tells me he loves me. He tells me that I need him more than ever now with my eyes so bad and that. That would be awful. Do you know, I need to see him. I need to see him so I can ask him why he won't leave me alone. You know, it's no good ranting and raving, is it? I need to see him so that I can ask him why he won't leave me alone. What I need is like an electric fence. You know what they use to separate the cows from the fields and the roads? Well, they send them, don't they? Bzzzt. Every time Paul comes near me, he would get stunned. Bzzzt. I think I'd like that. I feel like he's on me all the time, you know. I've scrubbed and I've washed, and I can't get him off me. I know you're there, Paul. I can feel you. I can smell you.
Crazy bitch.
Leave me alone. I went walking. I knew he was going to be around somewhere, waiting. He knocked me down. He doesn't care that I'm blind.
I was trying to show you how vulnerable you are, Kerry. How much you need me there to protect you.
I think I cope all right with my disabilities, you know. I do what I can round the house. I'm fine if I'm left alone. Paul leaves me alone, I'm fine. And just, when he chips away, it frightens me, you know, unnerves me. He sprinkled something on me.
Oh, you should have seen her, right? At first she felt it and just brushed it off. Then she went crazy.
Oh God, Paul, what have you put on me? What have you done to me? Oh God, Paul, what have you put on me? What have you done to me? Why won't you leave me alone?
Like a bloody dachshund, sniffing around in the garden, screaming that she knew I was there. Neighbours just looking at the poor crazy blind cow next door in the garden, trying to sniff me out.
And then I heard him laughing. I tried to tell my son and my girls, and wow, they just think I'm crazy. They think I'm paranoid. They say that I just keep smelling him and that I need to get a grip. I don't want to crumble.
I'll chip away at you until you end up in Whitchurch. I will be in the house, and you will never come out.
Do you know I get stress in my stomach? I didn't even know you could get that. I'm not right in my stomach even when I hear his name. I'm not happy. Did I tell you he stalked me off a bus? You know, I went into Pound Stretches and I was in the queue and I could feel him and I thought, quick, do your shopping, get out. I hoped and I prayed it wasn't him, but I knew it was. It was a smell. I was in the queue and I could feel him.
Police could give her a job as a fucking sniffer dog.
I know you're there, Paul. Leave me alone.
So, she keeps talking to me under her breath. And I'm standing right behind her in the queue. And I look at the other people and just shrug like, who is this crazy blind woman? And they just smile and shrug back. And Kerry, she just goes on and on and on and on.
I know you're there. Leave me alone or I'll scream.
And the girl serving her, she's just a kid and she didn't know whether to giggle or be scared of the crazy blind woman. And Kerry, she gets more and more nervous and fumbling. She drops her purse.
Oh, God.
So I bends down like the good fucking Samaritan I am, picks up her purse, puts it carefully like in her hand, and leaning close so she can feel my breath, and say, I think you dropped this. Fucking hell, you should have seen the look on her face, right? She tried to scream, but all that came out was this little yelp thing. I mean, for fuck's sake, right? She wants people to believe there's a crazy stalker after her. Pound Stretches. That is not the place to go shopping. They all look fucking crazy in there.
I got served and... well, he followed me. He said he wanted to know if I needed any help, and I said I was fine. But he didn't stop. He followed me to other shops and then to the Institute where he inquired about me, so that means he followed me. It's awfully frightening, you know. You just don't know if they're going to hurt you. You don't.
Hurt her. Hurt her. I just wanted to help her. But would she let me? Oh no, the bitch wouldn't even give me a chance.
Fear and the smell and the voice. If you took those away, I wouldn't know what to do. He's pickled, you know, rotten inside. Alcoholics, they've got this smell about them.
I just want her back.
Confidence is gone. I've got to force myself to get back on track. Did I tell you he got in my face at Pound Stretches? You think it's all in my imagination, don't you? You, the kids, everyone, but it's not true. I don't need to say anything, I know what you're thinking. He loved me, you know. But I can't just move away, like, you know, I can't just move away. I'm not a bird, I can't just fly away. I want to be out shopping with my girls. I want to be going out focusing. Well, you won't listen. The drink's addled his brain. I don't want my girls to think that all men are nasty, because they're not. They're not. I've got no regrets about having my kids. But I need to leave it now. I'm not strong now.
I love you, Carrie. I really do love you. Every inch, every bone, every nail, every hair. I'll always be with you. Always.
I only got the smell. It'll always be with me. When someone's an alcoholic, it'll never go away. Makes me feel shaky and sick. It's quite frightening. You know, I loved him, you know, I really loved him. You know, sometimes I think when he gets out, find out where he's living. There's ways of getting that information, you know. Find out where he's living. I'll go there. I'll kill him. I'll wrap my hands around his throat and I'll kill him. I'll do time for it. I'll go to prison. Because when I step outside of those doors, I'll know that Paul's not around to hurt me verbally or physically. When that time comes, it'll be a big weight gone. Whoosh. Gone. Wish I'd come to my senses a long time ago. These are the things that I can't tell anyone. When Paul's around, I'm afraid. I want my girls to remember me as happy. You know, my eyes are gone, but I'm still Carrie underneath. Do you know, when anyone says to me that they've seen my ex, a feeling comes over me, a fear. You see, the only difference is I can't see him coming and they can. Can you understand that? I can't see him coming.
A million love songs later, and here I am trying to tell you, Carrie, that I care.
5 hours ago, Paul. I sent you to the shop 5 hours ago.
Take it easy,
No,
Carrie.
Oh, I sent you to go and get some bread. And
here I am.
oh, I should know better, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I should know you'd end up down the pub. Look, well, your dinner's ruined, right? It's in the bin if you want it.
I'm not hungry. Come and dance with me.
I don't want to dance with you, right? I don't want to dance with you drunk again.
Again. Stop. Come on, Carrie, come and dance with me. Come on, you used to love it, babes. Come on, come on, come on. And here.
It's not funny, right?
It is funny. Come on, Carrie, you used to love it. Come on.
Well,
Do your little twirl thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to love it,
Yeah,
babes.
there's
Come
lots of
on.
things I used to love.
Yeah. Don't you still love me?
Yes, I do.
So, you love me.
Yeah.
Every inch. Come on, say it, Gary. Come on. Every inch.
Every bone,
Every nail.
every hair.
I'll always be with you. Always.
I
I promise.
promise.
Mm. What, babes? tell me I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
I just wish.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that when you stop the drinking and then all the fighting would stop.
Just one night, Kerry. Just one fucking night. Can you not just let it go for one fucking night?
What do you want me to let go? Forget that we've got no money. Forget that we've sold all our children's toys, and I've got to say that they've left us
Why you got to fucking ruin everything? It's always the same with you, isn't it? Always the fucking same.
Okay, Paul, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Alright, no, you'd like to forget. A bit fucking late for that, innit?
No, Paul, come on, you're right. You're right, let's just keep dancing. Don't spoil it. Come on.
Okay. No, alright? You can't fucking do these things to me, alright? Not fit to be a woman, you know? Not fit to be a mother. Call yourself my wife? Tell me you love me? It's a fucking lie, all of it! Forget it, okay? Fucking
Paul,
forget it.
I do love you. I do love you. I can't take this anymore.
And you think I can? I'm home to you every night with your whinging and your complaining. All you have to do is look after me and the kids. And you can't even do that, Kerry. You lazy bitch. Look at the fucking place. Look at it, Kerry. Tell me you love me, Kerry. Tell me.
Every inch.
Every bone.
Every nail.
Every hair.
And that's the way it was. I had to take it. What choice did I have? What would you have done? Once I stood up to him. Once I said to him, Paul, you're not to keep me short of money. Pull yourself together. I'd even shame him sometimes. When I realised he was drinking again, there was no point. He wasn't going to change. I wasn't going to budge a centimetre. It's always been booze in our relationship. Me, Paul, and a bottle or a can. Got in between us and it wedged and wedged. Do you know, sometimes he'd sit next to me and he'd be shaking. And he'd tell me that he was cold. He wasn't cold. It was the booze. I feel like I failed. I failed Paul. I failed myself. I failed the kids. Eventually I'll end up losing it and they'll see the true state of me. I'll end up in a place like Whitchurch and stay there. Don't want to crumble. I feel ashamed and embarrassed. I need to cry to release everything I'm feeling, and once I cry, I'm fine. I need to cry. I'm fine. I do like going into churches though. I like to I like to touch the cross now, Lord, and I don't know if it makes me any stronger. Well, I go there once a week, you know. Any church, you don't need to be a member. And if I can't touch the statue, then I'll just sit in the chair and I get this feeling all around me, and I think it does make me stronger. I'm not a statistic, you know. I don't want to hear that stuff. Things with me and Paul, they were different. We loved one another. Andy always said next time he wouldn't do it. He lied every time. Well, sometimes I'd fight back. I think I was fighting back. But maybe I even started it sometimes. You know, we'd scratch and fight and pull each other's hair. He'd spit on me sometimes. So when he turned round, I'd spit on his back. He wouldn't know, like. He'd go out with that spit on him. That would make me smile. I can't go on like this. No one can change anything. No one can make it go away. Why won't he leave me alone now? It's over.
I love you, Kerry. I really love you. Every inch, every bone, every nail, every hair. I'll always be with you. Always. I promise.
I don't care. I don't care anymore. You know, when I started coming here to this centre, I learned not to be ashamed, not to blame myself. It feels good to talk about it sometimes. You know, sometimes I wake at 1 in the morning, I can't sleep. I just lie there thinking. It's always on my mind. Just thinking. I've been afraid of his reactions for so long. Every time I thought he couldn't get me anymore, he always did. But there comes a time when you're just too tired to care, weary of it all. What's he going to do that he hasn't done already? Do you know, at night, I go into my room and I close the curtains and I turn on the light. How crazy is that? Turn on the light when you can't even see. Automatic like. I just sit on the end of my bed, thinking. Time just passes by. I don't even realise it. All the time, just thinking.
I was sitting in the pub, just with some mates, and I looked up, and I saw her, and at that moment I just knew she was the one. Do you believe in love at first sight, or do I have to walk by again? Was your father a thief? Because someone stole the stars from the skies and put them in your eyes.
It's the best you can do. That's the worst I've feared all night.
No, actually, I'm just getting warmed up. I've got much worse than that.
Oh, God, help us.
Oh, listen, babes, I may not be the best looking guy here, but I'm the only one talking to you.
You did cheat.
I know, but at least I'm not a thief.
What do you mean? I'm not a thief.
But you're the one that stole my heart.
Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
Worth it if I get to speak to an angel like you. The name's Paul, by the way, and the only thing your eyes hasn't told me is your name.
Carrie.
Kerry, my love. So, Kerry, should we just continue chatting, or should we just flirt from a distance? How do you want to go about it?
You're pretty sure of yourself.
Actually, Kerry, I'm a nervous wreck, you see, because I've forgotten my telephone number, so I was wondering if I could have yours.
You're unbelievable.
That is what the ladies tell me, but Kerry, actually, I'm just happy to stand here and look at you, and that way I'll remember your face for my dreams.
And that's the way it was. You could charm anyone.
She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I knew that night that this was the woman I wanted to be my wife.
Do you know, he used to make me laugh so much. He had those terrible chat-up lines. They're so cocky and false, but they're so sincere. You know, I think I fell in love with him right there and then. I can't stand the thought of him being with somebody else, ever. I love him.
Every inch, every bone, every nail, every hair. I'll always be with you, always.
Have you ever loved somebody so much, felt like you couldn't breathe?
I couldn't get enough of her. Now I'm sick of the sight of her fucking face. So where did we go wrong, Kerry?
Where? Where did we go wrong?
Yes, where, Kerry?
Paul, everything you did was about destroying me. You didn't care about the kids. You wouldn't pay for their support. And I, stupidly, so damn stupidly, I kept taking you back. I kept hoping that you would change.
I never meant to hurt you, Kerry.
You won't change, ever. I can't do this anymore, Paul, I can't.
Don't say that, Kerry. Look, we can still work things out.
No, Paul, we can't. Can't.
Kerry, I'm telling you, things will be different this time. I will change and things will get better.
No, Paul. They won't. They never do.
You need me.
I need you. What for?
You need me.
What for? I'm asking you.
Right. I need you.
You need me. Oh, punching bag.
You need me, Kerry. I need you. We need one another. That's how this works.
Not anymore, Paul.
See, Kerry, you love me. I can taste it.
That is not love you taste. That's fear. Fear, you bastard. Do you know, I don't think you know what love is. I don't think you ever did.
Don't say that, Kerry, right? You know I've always loved you. Look, I never meant to hurt you, okay? Just push on you. And if you ever try to fucking leave me again,
Do you know, you are just as blind as me, you know.
yeah? And your temper's just as bad as mine, right?
Just go, Paul. Just get out.
Why, Kerry?
Just go for once in your
Why
life.
do
Just
you
go
always
and
have to
stay
do this?
gone.
Why do you always have to push me, right? Why'd you make me hit you? I don't want to, okay? But you keep making me do it over and over again. We're the same, Kerry, the fucking same. We're joined at the hip and nothing and no one is... No one is ever going to separate us, Kerry. Right? Everyone asking questions? What the fuck? This is private. It's no one else's business what goes on behind closed doors, and you can't trust that neurotic bitch. What's she been telling you about me then? Huh? So she can say whatever she likes, and you just believe it. So I'm this evil bastard, and she's Little Miss Innocent? Like hell. That crazy bitch telling the world about me, spreading her fucking lies. She hates me. And I fucking love it. Right, look. I never meant to hurt her, okay? She just pushes and pushes. She's trying to destroy me. She'd do this to me, making a fucking soap opera out of our lives. Me as this evil bastard. You've got no right to judge me. No right at all. And this is all fucking judgment. You see some poor blind cow sitting there, crying her little fucking poor blind eyes out. Who will hear my side? Who will believe that she pushed, that she provoked? She told the police all these things I did to her, you know, got a restraining order against me. And all those women at all those other sessions, all of them talking shit. It's too late now. That fucking bitch has ruined my life. And now I'm gonna make her pay. Yeah. Now I'm gonna make her pay.
I don't feel anything anymore. I don't blame myself. Not one bit. Well, he had the last word after all, didn't he? Got what he wanted. Oh, they were all there at the funeral, crying their little eyes out like this great man had died. Like they'd all loved him. Guilty conscience, if you ask me. Good riddance to him. Good riddance to all of them, if you ask me. Why should I feel remorse? Do you know, the only remorse that I feel is that I didn't see with my own eyes that that miserable, lying drunk is dead. That I didn't see that miserable, lying bastard hang himself. Oh, they took me right up to the coffin so I could touch him. Didn't smell the same anymore. Still, I knew it was him. I don't need him. I don't need his help. I don't need anything from him. I don't love him. I only went to the funeral so I could make sure he was dead. I needed to be sure that he was dead. I went to the funeral so that I could stick a pin in him and make sure he was dead. Do you know, I still see him. I see him everywhere. And I know he's there. Just waiting. Waiting.
touch every bone.
Every nail, every hair.
I'll always be with you, always. I promise. I love you too much to just walk away.